We've got a busy second half in prospect in this game between the bottom two in the table. It's early days as far as relegation goes, but of course the Keighley Cougars nailed to the bottom, having started the season on -9 points, having gone into administration, but they are searching for their first win of the season. At the moment they're just in front by 12 points to 10.
Well, during the half-time break we were discussing whether both teams would change the shirts. Now you might not think that that is a big thing. You go in, you sit down for 10 minutes, you're already wet, you're already damp. Just to change your shirt just might freshen you up a little bit. Obviously the home side have done that. The away side, whether they chose not to or they didn't, we'll just have to see whether that makes a difference or not.
Well, it's Keighley Cougars in these crisp, fresh jerseys. I'm sure the kit man is absolutely delighted at that.
I was just going to say, he might have got the kit man sacked there because he's forgot him.
Well, Batley fielding the kick and Priest running it back. So the Bulldogs coming down the slope here at Cougar Park. And with ball in hand, well, let's go down to the sidelines, get the half-time news from Rod.
Well, Barry Eaton, the happier of the two coaches, Bill, as you'd expect, because they scored just before half-time, didn't they, through Danny Jones, and Eaton saying that they've got to play these conditions very, very cleverly in the second half because they're going uphill. It's going to be a game of territory. They just want to make sure they don't concede penalties and can cough up the football. Well, Carl Harrison, I can't repeat exactly what he said, but needless to say, he wasn't very pleased about conceding just a few seconds before half-time. And what he said has certainly stoked Batley up, because they were trying to get back on the field about 5 minutes before the referee. So Batley well and truly fired up for the second half.
Yeah, I should imagine a bit of a talking to from that man, Carl Harrison, would certainly have your ears burning.
Well, if you remember a couple of weeks ago when they played against Halifax, he left the changing room after a couple of minutes. Left the rays ringing. Here's the decision from the referee, not squared at marker.
Ready, Danny?
Walton. And is it Kyle Wood? Yes, it is.
Here we are.
So the penalty letting Keighley off the hook a little bit and just giving them a bit of precious territory when Batley could have had him down at that end of the field and tried to force the mistake as Schickel plays the ball.
Move ball. Go.
Cartledge in possession, took that ball standing still, not actually expecting it, having just played the ball.
Move. Jason.
Jermaine Ray, I think he was the only Cougars player when they came out for the second half who hadn't changed his shirt. There he is.
Go. Okay.
Jones hoists that kick. We didn't see too much of that, if any of it, in the first half. Perhaps that was why. Went straight out.
You've got to ask questions. When you've got the ball, do you put it up? Do you make a contest of it? Or do you go field position? He kicked it out on the fourth tackle, on the full, so it's scrum from where he kicked it.
When both teams were warming up, Tez, I saw both Presley and Jones practicing that kick to the top right-hand corner. You might see that play a couple of times before the end of the game today.
Stay in the scrum. No, listen to me.
And Jamie Leahy penalising the Cougars for breaking too early there.
He's penalised Andy Schickel. You can see him on the blind side there. The ball's not left the scrum. He's pulled away from it.
So that penalty has given the Batley Bulldogs a great opportunity to attack now with James Martin. And Martin, Huddersfield Academy product, took the first drive, and then it's Craig Cotter, the big men, trundling the ball forward for this Batley Bulldog side. Hanforth. Looping pass finds Gareth Moore, and back on the inside to Jason Walton. Moore. It's with Gallagher as he plays the ball. Walton tried to force his way over there, but the Cougars reacted quickly to stop his progress on the last now. And Moore, little grubber kick again. This time the Cougars managed to deal with it, and the ball is collected.
Sometimes it's a dangerous play when you just stick your foot out there and you try and stop the ball. It could ricochet anywhere. You can see Moore kicked it, but Burton tried to trap it, and then he dove on that ball, not taking any chances whatsoever.
Here's chunky Jermaine Ray, three of them to stop him, and he's still wrestling as they put him to the ground.
Chris Morey, hold your line.
Jones, Presley, back in field. Haythornthwaite. He's held, says the referee. That's the fourth tackle. Schickel now.
He just keeps turning up, taking that ball forward. Thankless job.
Outside. Give 10 for left.
Long kick.
Okay.
And now Cougars putting the pressure on. Presley there to lead the chase.
Oh, I thought he dropped that ball.
The ball was knocked on at the play of the ball. Priest it was.
There's the mistake from Batley, exactly as Rod Studd said. Exactly what Barry Eaton had asked for. A game of territory, get it up to their own end. To be fair, Priest is just getting up, and because of the greasiness of the surface, the ball just bobbles forward.
Hold your 5.
Well, it's because he puts his weight on the ball, and that's why it slips forward,
Correct,
isn't it?
correct.
Opportunity now for the Keighley Cougars.
Go.
Presley.
2.
Now it's with Chris Baines. Schickel charging onto that pass. 3 of them there to stop him. He still makes another yard or so. Jermaine Ray, what will he come up with here? Looping ball for Jones. Here's Greg Nicholson now. Nicholson, legs driving, he's almost to the try line. Former Featherstone Rovers man very close. Daley Williams serves the ball up for Jones. Here's Haythornthwaite now.
Knock on.
Knock on there by the youngster.
4th tackle, so it's a scrum.
Keighley making an error in the crucial part of the pitch. 2 Batley defenders hold that player up. Hanforth comes in, hits him right in the ribs, and just dislodges that ball.
Paul, get in.
So a let off for the Bulldogs. Here's Ian Priest. This time he does keep a hold of the ball, makes darn sure of that. Danny Moore now. Puff at the cheeks as he drove the ball in there to the tackle. Go down the short side with Chris Buttery, and Buttery who opened the try scoring here tonight. No progress for him there. Here's Danny Moore once more. Moore way back, a Wigan Academy player. Hanforth. That's the 5th tackle.
Come on, Chris. Go.
Kyle Wood it was who played the ball. Good deep kick. That's a great kick.
Oh, lovely footwork.
But great escape work from Rayner.
Did a tremendous job in getting away from his own end then.
Craig Moss it was. There is Rayner.
Wait. Go.
And now Batley Bulldogs scenting a mistake perhaps.
Look at this footwork. Step. Beautiful. And again just dives for the floor. He knows if he keeps his body up, he's a potential to get pushed back over his line. Great tackles there.
That's the 5th tackle though, and Keighley Cougars are still inside their own 20. It's going to have to be a good kick, this one is. And it's not the best from Gavin Duffy.
All right.
And they're all real brave carries from the Keighley side, trying to get the ball out. But because of the defence from Batley, they return the ball and Priest is over the halfway line.
The players are really earning the plaudits this evening. It's a filthy night. The pitch is an absolute mess, and it's getting worse, and they're slogging through it. Hanforth. Byron Smith now, the Welsh international.
A change of direction players will catch any defence in these conditions. You can't just run one out hard and strong. You need to change direction.
Sean Hesketh plays that ball. Now it's with Gareth Moore. Moore, little dummy from him, gets the pass away. Oh, they did well to keep that ball alive. It's picked up by Mark Toohey, and Mark Toohey across the field, trying to crawl his way to the try line. That's the 5th tackle. Hanforth, little grubber kick in from Hanforth. Oh, and diffused by Danny Jones.
You've got to credit both sides. They're looking to play, offloading the ball, they're moving the ball. And again, it's just the kicks. The defence from this Keighley side has been strong on the try line. But they're not afraid to throw the ball around both of these sides.
Sean Hesketh's in the right place. He just can't move his feet in the slippery conditions.
So more pressure from the Batley Bulldogs now. Hanforth, here is Buttery.
Elbows and knees again, quick play the ball.
Buttery for Kyle Wood, and Wood trying to burst through. Dual registered player, also with the Huddersfield Giants, Kyle Wood. Here's Gareth Moore now. Moore for Tommy Gallagher. And the Cougars right back on their own try line. Beg your pardon, it's John Gallagher who played that ball. Now it's with Priest, and Priest through a gaping hole for the Cougars. And Ian Priest gets the try, but...
tackle, 5 is the restart. Just check for an obstruction in the back.
Referee Jamie Leahy wanting to know if there was obstruction as Ian Priest motored towards the try line there, or was it in the build-up?
We'll have a look at the possible obstruction.
Where?
Is it that one there, that Batley player? It looks like Byron Smith. I don't think there's any obstruction there.
To be fair, that's got to be a try.
Just watch Byron Smith, the number 8, he runs at Baines. He doesn't take Baines out because Baines attempts to push on. If a player comes in front of you when you're a defender, you account for him. That point there, you move on, and Baines does exactly that. Get out of my way, let me make me tackle. That's a try.
Byron Smith has continued with his run, he's gone through the line. And I agree with you, Barry.
Well then, has Stuart Cummins come to the same opinion? No try is the decision, and that is disallowed. And Ian Priest, like quite a few people in the ground, cannot believe that decision. He's voiced his anger. Meanwhile, let's have another look at it.
Well, Byron Smith's gone through. Did he have a little nudge of him? I think Chris Baines has tried to push off. You can see Ian Priest disgusted with it.
On the cross, mate.
But video ref Stuart Cummins says this is the correct decision.
Obstruction.
Well, one of the few pieces of classy play on a filthy night tonight has been denied a try.
Baines just moves Byron Smith out of the way. Get out of the way, he says. He does technically touch him, so to the letter of the law, that's the correct decision. It's just a shame, you're right, Bill. It's the first time we've seen the ball go 2 pair of hands, a bit of a line break, and then obviously potentially a try on the end of it.
So a let-off for the Keighley Cougars, and now they, because Ian Priest, while we were watching that replay, Ian Priest was voicing his disgust at that decision, and that cost his side a penalty. It's allowed the Cougars to come all this way up the field, and they have knocked the ball on.
But that's it, Bill. When things go against you, you've just got to get on with it. Jermaine Ray protesting his innocence, saying he's holding my hands.
No, just a bad play of the ball there, just poor technique. I'm with you, Tez. Whatever goes against you in a game, you just crack on. The referee very rarely changes his mind. The video ref definitely won't change his mind because he can't hear your arguments either. But Chris Baines, I think, did the right thing. He just moved Byron Smith out the way, and good luck to him. Let's not get into the habit of players diving on the floor because they feel they're obstructed.
Paul Hanforth just having to have some mud removed from his eye. So the Cougars still holding on to this 12-10 lead as the players come trudging up the field, squelching up the field. You can hear them from up here, wading through the mud out there. That was a sloppy play, the ball from Jason Walton. Referee said play on. Byron Smith. And here is Walton again, strong run from him, bounces off the first tackler. That's the 5th tackle.
He's dropped that.
He's given himself up here.
He has, yes.
He's given himself up.
Jason Walton, as I said before, that's his signature play. And now, Jason, don't double up your error. He goes into contact.
Come here.
The ball does get taken away from him.
He's looking for the penalty.
Correct.
He's looking for the penalty.
Come here.
The referee having to speak to him
you
now.
You don't like it, you've got to bite your lip, all right? Close game, you don't want to let your team down, do you? All right, just bite
Jason
your lip.
Walton's frustration surfacing there. Not surprising on a night like this.
Great work from Jamie Lee here, though. He just pulls the play to one side. Calm down, it's a very tight game. Don't cost your mates any points. Good work from the referee.
Well, to be fair to Jason Walton, he wasn't voicing his frustration at the referee. He was frustrated with himself, I think.
but just deal with it, get on with it, and what happens next? That's what you've got to ask yourself. I've got to defend and hopefully try and make up for my error.
Well, Keighley have really struggled to get out of their own half in this second half. Still waiting for the first points of the second half. 12-10 the scoreline. They lead. That try late on at the end of the first half, giving them the advantage. Haythornthwaite plays the ball. Here is Jermaine Ray. Ray, a distinctive character. And thankfully there's one or two distinctive characters out there.
Just trying to get some territory, Jermaine Ray. They've been under pressure, they've been defending the line. They've missed 7 tackles now in the game. He knows when to step it up, when to calm it down, when to try and turn the screw.
It's got to be an attractive proposition playing for Jamaica, isn't it?
Do you think so?
There's his coach, Barry Eaton.
For Jamaica, Bill? I'd like to put a job application in for the Jamaican coach.
I think Dean Thomas has beaten you to that one.
Jermaine, hold your line. Go.
Here come the Bulldogs. Hanford's pass, and Gareth Moore got there just in the nick of time.
Wait. Go.
It's Byron Smith. Bounces off one. They nail him to the ground on the halfway line.
He's got real good technique. He hits, he spins, he finds his front.
On 4. All okay.
That kick a bit too strong.
20 metres.
They'll go back to the 20 if they can find it.
A bit too strong from Kyle Wood, but again, turning the big forwards round.
Surrender!
Oof, surrender call by the referee. I don't think he had an option then.
2. Move! Wait! Go!
2 tackles gone.
3!
Keighley are staying very tight to the ruck, coming back up the block hole, looking to find one of those bigger blokes. Hopefully they're clocked off, and there might be a slight gap there.
4! Move! Wait! Go!
Greg Nicholson plays the ball. Benjafield's pass was a short one and didn't do Cartledge any favours. He got nailed right in the middle of the quagmire, and a knock on there.
On the 5th, we'll take a turnover.
You have to feel sorry for the players in this. It's like a glue pot down below. Look at it. Just holds up in the mud.
It just stops dead.
It's not back foot, it's 2 feet, all right? Go.
So the turnover there, and Tommy Gallagher in possession for the Batley Bulldogs. Former Keighley man, Gallagher. Well, he's played rugby league all over Europe, in fact. He's played for Toulouse as well. Meanwhile, Byron Smith has lost possession, and Ryan Benjafield came up with the hit. Gets the congratulations of his teammates.
Terrific shot from Benjafield, just dips, hits the shoulder right at the ball, and Byron Smith, as good as he's played, he can't keep hold of that ball.
Look for me, right? Out.
Benjafield, the former Penrith junior, who came over here and tried his luck with Hull. Didn't work out for him there, but he's found a niche for himself in the championship. Now here with the Cougars. And that tackle has earned them possession, and now they're trying to make use of it. Clinging on to this 12-10 lead here. Here's Danny Jones. Jones back on the inside.
Jermaine Ray been spelled. That man in your picture, James Ray, who's acting half-back, he's got to do more of this. He's got to get out, he's got to test Batley in and around that ruck area.
Feather it is, getting to his feet to play the ball. Now here's Johnny Presley. Presley's short ball. Finds Nicholson.
Kick to the corner.
On the last, and it's Presley, crossfield kick, getting a bit of height onto that. The ball is flicked on, it's still alive. Baines shoves off the first challenge, gets the ball to Feather. Feather, a great pass and into Batley hands, but no, it's knocked on by John Gallagher. Or will it be the turnover? It's forward, that final pass, says the referee.
Kick to the corner. It's always dangerous when it's up in the air. The conditions make it such a slippy ball. Keighley react quick, drop it back, and it's hot potato rugby league after that. Inventive stuff from Keighley. Baines just throws it inside, Feather round the play, just can't quite get it. I think it's Cartledge, the man in support there.
There's Barlow, the one of the try scorers for the Batley Bulldogs. And the kick comes in skidding along the pitch.
It's a solid Batley defensive line.
Splat.
Tommy, keep calm.
Feather.
Women in Oldham pay a lot of money for a mud bath and a mud facial. Both sets of players getting it for free here tonight.
Just short of the halfway line with the Cougars. That looked marginally forward from just about level with it. 4 tackles gone. Gallagher plays the ball. And they're swinging out wide here now. Batley doing well to see out this set of 6 if they can do, but surely it's going to be another teasing kick. No, they're going down the short side. Feather puts the kick in. Williams is chasing. Now then, did Daly Williams get anything on that at all?
I think
he reckons he did.
I think he's grounded this, Bill.
The only question is whether it's before the line or after.
He's done well to get outside. More. You can see he's onside. The kick goes through off Presley. There's Williams.
He's gone straight over the top.
You've got to give him a bit of credit though.
He's still trying.
Gareth Moore has turned. He started chasing back for that ball, but Daly Williams, I fear he's just grounded it just before the white line.
All right, okay, yeah. Got you.
Referee Leahy awaiting the decision, and it is as expected. No try for the former Salford man, Daly Williams, in his second spell at the Keighley Cougars. The great kick from Feather, but Williams just couldn't stop. He was just sliding away.
But Barry Eaton, the coach of Keighley, will be really happy because they're trying things. They're not just putting a little kick in, they're obviously trying to build, get a bit of pressure. There's a bit of... Someone's down behind. Human wrecking ball, Sean Hesketh, run over somebody.
What's the matter? What are you warning at me for?
I think that's...
Is it a Gallagher?
I think it's Cartledge.
It's a Will Cartledge, yeah.
Cartledge on the floor.
I think the doctor's asked him to identify himself. He can't see with all the mud on his face.
There he is. He just cops an elbow in the face. Then gets trampled all over. Then he gets kicked by Feather. He's got opposition players, his own players, all kicking him.
You can't stand there and wait for Hesketh to run at you. You've got to make some forward momentum and try and take the yards off him. Otherwise, he will do some damage like that.
All right, just wait for my shout, Sean. All right.
Former Batley man, back on his feet.
And the look on his face, he thought, what hit me then?
It's meanwhile first tackle in this set for the Batley Bulldogs in possession. I'm trying to put some pressure on this Keighley defence, but the defence standing firm on the halfway line. Good strong run from Chris Lythe, but Lythe led with the elbow, says the referee.
Get your hand out because it's not an hand off, excuse me.
You could hear the referee, put your arm down, that's not a handoff.
Led with the forearm, I should say.
Chris Lythe just lifting that forearm up. He's hit Feather right just under the chin. Feather took exception, looked straight round to Jamie Leahy. That's a penalty, sir.
And it's a penalty that's given the Cougars a great opportunity here with Ryan Benjerfield.
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
Benjerfield plays the ball. Here is Feather. Brings his man back on the inside.
Chris. Wait. Go.
Slithering through the mud. Feather. Then for Danny Jones. Back for Feather. Feather, great ball from him. Straight through the middle. 3 tackles gone. Baines it was, I think. Beg your pardon, Rayner it was. And then they've lost that ball. Moore holds his head in his hands. If only.
Now, I don't think Carl Harrison will encourage this from Gareth Moore. Young, enthusiastic player. If he gets that ball, he's scored a try. If he doesn't, he surrenders possession, as he has done on this occasion. Always a gamble. Is it worth taking when the game's in the balance with 19 minutes to go? I'm not so sure.
But he made the decision to come out the line and put pressure on, and he knew that he was caught in no man's land, and he had to go for that ball then.
He was going for the ball anyway, I'm really sure of that. He never looked at the player he was going to tackle.
On that line!
Well, Daly,
Stand up. Go.
Andy Schickel has replaced the groggy Will Cartledge, as you've just seen.
Move, Danny!
Baines plays the ball. Feather. Here is Danny Jones now. Jones back for Schickel. First involvement for him since he returned to the field.
Move! Go!
Here's Jones now.
Let's play advantage, yeah?
Oh, the pass goes behind all his teammates, and the Cougars lose ground.
Go!
Presley. Here is Gavin Duffy now.
Move! Come on, Mark. Go!
Into the final quarter of this championship showdown between the bottom two as the crossfield kick comes in. The chasers are there, but the ball beats them all out of the field of play.
Straight out.
I'm not too sure that both teams passing the ball along the line will trouble the defence. Keep talking about the drop-off play, the change of direction, going against the grain. On a sliding defence, you're bound to lose your footing.
Still waiting for some points in this second half. 12-10 it was at half-time. 12-10 it remains.
Go.
And Batley probably the closest to, well, no, that's off effort for Daly Williams, of course, for the Cougars as well, disallowed.
That just shows you how much the game's been played up the middle of the park, the way it's cut up. They need to play on the edge, so the distribution from the hooker can be a lot better.
Well, to be fair to the Cougars, the pitch was pretty much cut up in that area beforehand because of this use by the local amateur football team as well, so it's had a fair bit of hammering during the winter months.
Paul Hanford, again trying to inspire his teammates, puts a little kick in, trying to pressure Keighley. They know that the clock's running down, 17 minutes to go, they're behind on the scoreboard.
17.
Keighley just taking the time, getting some oxygen into the lungs.
Clock on. Out.
Now then, they've got to try and avoid the errors.
Move.
Complete this set of six.
Wait. Go.
Try and be squeaky clean on a night when there isn't a clean shirt in sight.
And who will feel the pressure most? They're both at the bottom of the table, but Keighley, you've got to say they've really stood strong.
No.
Well, Keighley have got nothing to lose, have they? I mean,
no, they were unlucky last week, Bill, against Toulouse.
The chances of surviving in the championship are pretty slender as it is, with this, well, -8 points now, a high shot, and Gallagher disputing that decision. But -8 points, it's shades of Portsmouth as well, isn't it? I mean, there's nothing to lose, you might as well go for it.
Control the controllables though, and now he's getting the win. Tommy Gallagher giving the penalty away. Obviously this Batley side are rattled because they're behind on the scoreboard. Keighley not doing well in the league, but they've come here and they're definitely here to play, Keighley.
There's a clean shirt, that won't last long either, but I was just going to say, Tommy Gallagher is forced to lunge because of the late footwork from Keighley. I'm just going to keep banging it about because I think that the next try and the next break will come off a change of direction.
3.
I think you should go on the pitch and tell them.
3 tackles gone
Go.
in this set of 6 for the Cougars. Jones, here's Schickel now. Big man. Straight up the middle of the field, 4 tackles gone. He's lost that ball and knocked on, says the referee. Schickel looks imploringly to one of the officials to give him a break.
He's looking at Tommy Gallagher. You can see Schickel there, goes down. Tommy Gallagher's all over him. Oof. I think he's unlucky. I think Tommy Gallagher's right arm stripped that ball. That's why he turned around and had a little word in his ear.
The time running out for the Batley Bulldogs. The wrong end of the field, wrong end of the scoreline at the moment.
Hold there. Got to give him opportunity. Right, get in, heads in. Out.
Bit of a delay for the referee to sort something out. Priest gets to his feet to play that ball. Gallagher now, trundling run. And there's a penalty for the Bulldogs.
And that came from Tommy Gallagher's quick play the ball. He had 3-4 people trying to get him on his back, flipped onto his front. He plays the ball quick, just watch. Keighley can't get back, they cannot adjust. Good work, Tommy Gallagher.
So, once again, the Batley Bulldogs in possession and in the right end of the field as far as they're concerned. Hanforth keeping it tight. Again on the scene, just weighing up the options for his team. And then giving it a bit of width to Moore. Moore for Priest, joining in from full-back. And Keighley heading back towards their own try line to defend this now. Moore. Short pass. 4 tackles gone. Hanforth. Moore's little grubber kick is well taken on, but knocked on, says the referee.
Was it Carl Hughes? He's gone down to pick it up. Oof, he just loses it. Just loses it. But again, Moore putting pressure on.
Gareth Moore does well to pick that ball up. He just fumbles it round the back.
Get in, bind up, get in, Alan.
Keighley make the error.
Out, off his feet, off his feet.
So Batley with a great opportunity here.
One, move, hold.
Right in front of those posts. Hanforth serves the pass up. It's Gallagher. He's held, says the referee, when they went back for another bite there and a shove. Hanforth, the short ball for Hesketh, and Hesketh is over the line. He's got it down. He's got the try, and he's put the Bulldogs back in front. And Sean Hesketh gets his second try of the season. Celebrates that, and the coach prowling on the sidelines. Well, it was never going to be a glamorous try when it came.
Keighley being made to pay for the mistake. Gareth Moore puts a difficult ball on the floor, and Keighley can't regather. Tommy Gallagher keeps his feet, he makes 3 people account for him, and the sheer strength of Sean Hesketh gets him over. When Tommy Gallagher plays this ball, he's pushed back, and the attention of that Keighley player takes him out of the defensive line, and Sean Hesketh.
Second try of the season for Sean Hesketh. Problems, meanwhile, for Gareth Moore, who was lined up to take that conversion, but he's just hobbled back towards his teammates, suggesting that he might not be able to take it because of a knock he's received. But now he's teeing the ball up, so whether it's just a minor bang, but really he can't afford to take chances. This game is so tight. 12 points to 14 at the moment. Surely the best option was to delegate the goal kicking, but no, he's decided he's going to go for it.
I think it was Paul Hanforth that said, get on with it.
And he's kicked it, panic over. But he's hobbling towards the sidelines in actual fact. 16-12 to the Bulldogs.
He's looking for somebody. Who's coming? No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Who's going to help me out? The call comes down. You're on your own, Gareth.
Which side, Danny?
Take the kick, and then you can go to the subs bench, son.
Well, worryingly, nobody else has kicked a goal for Batley this season. It's all been down to Gareth Moore with his 51. Hanforth, of course, could kick if required, and he was, at one point, it looked as though he was going to take over the goal kicking there. Anyway, Gareth Moore did it, and a bit like an American goal kicker, he came up, kicked it, and now he's gone back to the bench. Not quite paid quite as much as an American football kicker, I'm sure.
Bit of a facial for Byron Smith.
Now then, coming up to the last 10 minutes here at Cougar Park. And Batley now clinging on to their lead, 16-12, looking for their first win of the season in the championship. Oh, the ball's been lost, and
That's play
Barlow
on.
went for it.
That's play on.
An almighty schmozzle there. Did Haythornthwaite manage to defuse the situation?
But a knock on initially.
Sort that one out, video ref Stuart Cummins. Mark Barlow was certainly in the vicinity. The ball came loose. What happened after that is anybody's guess.
Well, I think it's the initial contact that he loses the ball, third and square in the tackle.
I think this is play on.
It's kicked forward by Barlow. Goes to the sticks.
I think that's Gavin Duffy who then tries... I think we're getting Gaelic football here as well now.
Yeah, they've grounded their ball. It's a dropout.
That's... I'm pretty certain that's Haythornthwaite who diffuses the situation there. Although these shirts are getting so filthy now, there's just a possibility that could have been a Batley shirt, but it's not.
No.
This will be a dropout.
Good defence by Batley. Good defence by Batley.
Okay, spot. Clock on, goal line dropout.
It's a goal line dropout, phew.
When they say as well, you've got to play the conditions. Obviously, defence is a big key part of the game.
Mark Toohey comes up with a great shot to dislodge the ball, though. Let's credit the defence.
That ball just stopped as it hit the halfway line and the quagmire. So Batley will be just looking to play the rest of the game down this end.
But have Keighley got enough self-belief in themselves that they can get back into the game and even win this game? They're only 4 points behind.
Have they got the energy? Remember, they were in Toulouse until Sunday. They got back on Sunday. They've had 2 training sessions, well, 1.5.
You've noticed them hit. Batley have hit their left continuously. In the second half, Jones, he's 19 tackles. They're targeting him, there's no doubt about that.
Gallagher. Chunky figure, hard to put down, and Batley, by contrast with Keighley's travelling, have had 8 days to recover from their last game, which was that not particularly arduous one against Gateshead Thunder, which they won by 100 points to 4. So surely they've got more in the tank than the Cougars have. Hanforth chips the ball across the field, looking to change direction. Well, he did that, but it went straight out of play.
He was looking for the post. He'd said to Chris Lyde he was going to do it. Chris Lyde tracking up the middle. It wasn't to be on that occasion.
Still 10 minutes to go. 9 coming up to. Time for the Cougars. Here's Daly Williams. Williams, whose career began at Keighley, went to Salford from this club. Presley now. Schickel. And Schickel still standing.
You've got to be strong on him.
Go.
I'd rather feed him for a week than a fortnight.
Oh, loose pass, another knock on. Desperation creeping into the Keighley play now.
You're right, Bill. They're chasing, they've got to try it now. Just over 8 minutes left in the game. Byron Smith putting pressure on.
They began the game with that tactic, going one way, putting it back across the ruck, round the back of the play of the ball and trying to catch the offside defence clocking off.
It's got to be a more committed run though, hasn't it, Barry?
And a better pass, better execution.
Go, out. No.
Despite their qualification for the Northern Rail quarter-finals, Keighley have lost their last 5 in all competitions. They had a great run in the Northern Rail, 3 in a row there to get through to the quarter-finals, but since then things have gone wrong for them, and looks as though unless they can get up the other end of the field, break the grasp that the Bulldogs have got on this game, that this losing sequence is going to continue.
Come on, get to me.
And Batley coming looking for a try that will maybe really kill this game off. Again, just coming thundering up the middle with Byron Smith. Hanforth stabs the kick in, and it's well... Oh, I was going to say it was well fielded. It's not, because Danny Morn has got the ricochet, and Morn has got the try that will settle this game surely. Well, the kick from Hanforth again causing all sorts of problems The ball coming loose in the mud. And that small group of Bulldog supporters right in front of them saw Danny Morn react quickest.
I said in the first half, if you put the ball on the floor and watch it bobble, it's very difficult to control. George Rainey gets down as low as he can. He tries to shield it with his body, and it just goes underneath him. I think Danny Morn, like another look at that. Does it bobble? I didn't think so when I first watched it. I don't think so now. Let's have a look. Nah, that's a try, Bill.
Sharp intake of breath there. Well, it's this old argument, isn't it? The torso on the ball counts. And Danny Morn, his first try of the season, and a crucial try it could well be.
Block off. 1 minute
As Batley look for their first win of the season in the championship. Second bottom of the table. And coach Carl Harrison really believing that with all the troops fit and available and the fair wind in their sails, they do have the potential to be a top 6 side. At the moment they're looking to get out of those bottom 2 places, and a bit of a smile on the face of the coach Carl Harrison, and Joe Berry, his assistant, alongside him.
He'll be more relieved now. He's had a real big influence, Paul Hanforth, on this game. His kicking game has been exceptional, taking the ball to the line, setting up the plays. But now Barry Eaton sent our man Jermaine Ray back onto the pitch, see if he can lift his team.
Well, it's surely now beyond the Keighley Cougars. They led at the break 12-10. They led for so long in this second half, up to the 66th minute in actual fact. But they've let it slip. Slip being the operative word in these conditions. They should hold on for a bonus point. And they should get the ball back here. They have got the ball back here.
And that's what they're finding when they've stepped up this year. They've got to make sure that they concentrate for the full 80 minutes. You can't just stick with the team for 66 minutes. The game lasts for 80.
Here's Andy Schickel. Tom Gallagher moves away from that tackle. He felt that from Schickel. Down the short side, wild pass. Well, it looked like a wild pass out wide, but it's well taken, but they managed to stay in the field of play. And then they'll get the penalty, I think. Or will they? Referee Jamie Leahy saying there's a knock on there. Craig Moss it was. He did well to stay on the field.
Yeah, he's trying to find the floor, and he offloads it to his Keighley teammate who knocks the ball on. Ferocious defence.
Way, doesn't he?
Correct. Ferocious defence. Batley,
keep your 5, Carl.
with just less than 5 minutes to go in this match, they're not prepared to let Keighley go across their line again. But Keighley, let's not forget, Tez, this time last year, the majority of these players were in the division below, and they're learning every match they play, they'll be that little bit wiser.
Well, this is the point Barry Eaton was making before the game, that he, because of the financial problems they've got, they really haven't got a great deal to work with. They've got young players, and it is a baptism of fire for them.
And he's only managed to bring in 6 new players. Bain's been one of those key players.
Second line.
Again, you can see the penalty for stealing the ball. But they will learn. They will learn from this.
Well, you've got to take your hat off to the players of both sides for putting on a, if not a very flashy game, a compelling game and a close game on a filthy night.
Well, Bill, they've tried to play. They've not just been taking up one off the ruck. It's Jermaine Ray again, who's just come back onto the pitch, forces that error. But they're still trying to play, no matter what the conditions are. They've still tried to entertain tonight.
No shortage of commitment from these two sides out there. And Keighley at least looking to finish with a bit of a flourish. They've spent most of this second half on the receiving end.
And Andy Schickel, the prop forward, just played the ball. He doesn't deserve to be on the losing side.
Well, they're going to give it a bit of width, a rarity in this game. Here's Daly Williams. Williams coming back in field, but stopped in his tracks. 3 tackles gone. Ray. Presley. Held, cries the referee. 4 tackles gone.
Go.
Little chip kick over the top.
Gallagher.
But on the last tackle, the Cougars looking for something. It's with Danny Jones. Jones keeps the ball alive. Cartledge, little chip kick ahead, but Ian Priest will gather that ball, just keeping his calm there, made sure he got the ball in hand.
Will Batley respect possession. They've made a couple of errors when they've been coming away from yardage for the last couple, but I think, again, to credit Keighley, the commitment to defence has forced those errors.
Batley now on course to maintaining their winning sequence against the Keighley Cougars, who haven't beaten their opponents now since 2001. A long wait for the Cougars against the Bulldogs then. But they will, barring any late score from the Bulldogs, pick up a bonus point tonight to take them to -7.
Gavin Duffy must have looked at that ball and thought, holy moly, I'm 100 metres away from my own line. Batley defence pounding down at me. Look at Batley hunting now. Good line speed.
Well, the coach Carl Harrison obviously did get his side fired up at half-time, and they've carried out his instructions. They've really had this Cougars side in a headlock in the second half. Big hit on Jermaine Ray, but he's a tough cookie.
He just rode that tackle. He spun out of Sean Hesketh. Seeing him coming out the line.
Little chip kick ahead. There was a little knock on, says the referee. And the Cougars, even with the last seconds of the game drifting away from them, still rushing to pack down the scrum.
They've still got that urgency to form the scrum. They still want to finish with a try. As the rain comes down even heavier now.
1 minute, clock on.
And the game started in heavy rain. It's ending it in torrential rain. It has been a pig of a night here. And Keighley, the ball in touch as Duffy looked to try and get on the end of that.
Scrum. Batley. Less than a minute.
Trying to the end, the Cougars.
Not a bad option there, just trying to keep the ball on the island.
Well, roll on summer rugby, that's all I can say. Spring might have sprung, but the grass hasn't riz here, that's for sure. There's hardly any grass to be seen now.
Move! Here we are, wait.
Handforth really instrumental in this second half performance from the Batley Bulldogs. Guiding them around the field, orchestrating a lot of the good stuff.
His kicks have been fantastic, Bill, but today...
That ball has come free. Play on, says the referee. So it's a bit of a kick chase now. It's like the Shrove Tuesday football match in Ashbourne, this now. It's ending like that. There's the hooter, and just a little bit of a flare-up on the final whistle.
If you were running into that brawl, how would you know who to hit? You wouldn't know who was your team and who was the opposition.
Get away!
Surely the players just want to get off the field now. That's it. It's over and it's still going on.
Starting elsewhere.
There's a body down in back play. This is a shame this game is ending like this.
And who's leading from the front for this Keighley side? It's Jermaine Ray. He's still pointing in the background.
Take your team. Take your team over there.
Maybe they're just trying to huddle together for warmth.
Well, the hooter has sounded. The final whistle has blown. Still fingers being wagged, and the referee will try and sort this one out. The result is that the Batley Bulldogs have won this one by 22 points to 12.
Captain!
And
Captain!
Jamie Leahy, his evening's work is not over yet.
Paul!
He's still going to have a word with the captains.
Right. The game had gone, right, a blow my whistle, we'll let the disciplinary look.
Now then, is he going to award anybody a penalty?
On report.
No, he's going to say, that's it.
Right.
We've had enough. The players having just been in each other's faces, then shake each other's hands, and that is a more fitting end to what has been not the prettiest spectacle, but a ferocious contest, as you would expect from the bottom two in the Championship, both looking for their first win of the season. Batley have got it, and their kicker extraordinaire, Paul Hanforth, is the man of the match. He's with Rod now.
Paul, well done, man of the match. There's the champagne that goes with it. It's £100 to the charity of your choice. Where will that go for us, please?
Jamie Rooney's Young Uns Fund.
Yeah, lovely. Paul, the conditions out there are absolutely atrocious. We can see that just by looking. Looked like you've been down a coal mine or something. Just how bad was it out there?
Oh, I mean, after 10 minutes, pitch had torn up. It's obviously difficult, and we knew that it was going to be a dogfight. But we've stuck in there. At the end of the day, we've come away with 3 points. Is what we've come for. That's the important thing.
How important was your kicking game? Because most of your tries came from that, and you had it on a string, really.
Well, apart from that one at end, I don't know what I did with that one. I don't know. If they don't chase the kicks are no good either. So it's not just about me.
Very important win for you as well, Paul, because you'd had 2 tough fixtures against Featherstone and Halifax. Important to get on the board.
It's definitely important, and we underachieved in those first 2 fixtures, so we've got to start putting things right. And we're starting today. It's a tough game with these conditions, but we'll get there.
Well done, Paul. Enjoy the showers.
Cheers, I will do.
So Paul Hanforth, man of the match, for his contribution to a Batley Bulldogs win by 22 points to 12, which gives them their first win of the season in the Championship, moves them up the table. Keighley Cougars stay bottom, but they do get a bonus point. That's it for this evening here at a very wet